Welcome back to the deep dive. This is where we take different sources, articles, notes, research, and, well, we pull out the most important bits for you. Our goal: cut through the noise, get you informed, fast. Today, we're digging into something pretty unsettling: investment scams. We're focusing on the reported actions of someone named Ghazala Din and what sources suggest look very much like a Ponzi scheme. Okay, let's unpack this, because the psychology behind it is, frankly, fascinating, but also quite disturbing.
It really is.
Yeah.
And what we want to do here is break down the methods, the modus operandi
Yeah.
described in what we've read, help you spot the specific red flags, the patterns. Because what's so insidious, is how these schemes twist something fundamental: trust. They turn connections with sometimes close ones into, well, tools for deception. And when the sources mention Ponzi or pyramid, it leans heavily towards Ponzi, using new money to pay old investors, not just recruitment like a pure pyramid scheme.
Yeah, that difference matters. So the sources say Ghazala Din, who reportedly took a lot of money, she worked with her friends.
Yes, that seems to be a key part. They'd find victims, sometimes getting a finder's fee, basically a commission.
A commission for bringing in fresh money. Makes sense if, as the sources suggest, she can't really show her face in public anymore because of all the alleged victims.
Exactly, and the scams, they were done over the phone. But incredibly, these friends would vouch for her, telling potential victims she was a truthful and honest Muslim woman.
Wow, how does using personal ties like that, especially within a specific community, make these scams so effective?
Well, it's classic affinity fraud, isn't it? That friend, that community member, provides an initial layer of trust. It bypasses a lot of the skepticism you might normally have. Then, once Ghazala Din got your number, the sources say she'd constantly text or call, pushing these property-based investments. She takes the money, assures you it's invested, all built on that trust established earlier.
Okay, so those first returns, even small ones, they must be psychologically huge, right? How do they really hook people in?
Oh, absolutely critical. That first payout isn't just cash, it's proof. It shifts people from, maybe this is risky, to, okay, this is real. That's when they start believing. But then, the money stops.
And that's when the excuses start rolling in.
Relentlessly, according to the sources.
Yeah.
A whole barrage. She's ill, hospital appointments, bank accounts frozen, son's court case, her mother's unwell. There are even allegations she faked being in the hospital herself just to avoid paying people back.
That sounds less like simple evasion and more like a strategy, almost psychological warfare, to just wear people down, keep them hoping against hope.
Precisely. Keep them confused, off balance, hoping it'll resolve itself.
So what happened when victims pushed back, really demanded their money?
More excuses, or she'd just ignore calls, ignore texts, eventually just ghosting them completely. That whole pattern: initial returns, then these elaborate excuses, then silence. It screams Ponzi scheme.
Yeah.
Paying early people with later people's money until it all falls apart.
Exactly. And the lack of paperwork you mentioned, that's not accidental, is it? It feels fundamental to the whole scam.
Oh, absolutely deliberate. The sources are very clear. Ghazala Din told everyone these investments were legal, but crucially, no paperwork involved and nothing to sign.
And now we see why. No physical evidence the investments ever even existed.
The sources explicitly state it looks like a Ponzi scheme. They say she reportedly vanished around December 2021, been hiding since after scamming, quote, a massive amount of people.
Okay, so let's just sort of recap the core findings here from this deep dive. We see this clear arc. It starts with tempting promises, maybe a few small initial returns to build confidence. Then it escalates into this wild series of excuses: sickness, bank issues, family drama, even faking hospital stays. And finally, just silence, ghosting. And the absolute key detail: no paperwork involved and nothing to sign.